Hello bookish friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are picking my November TBR jar picks. I had set a fall TBR back in end of August, early September that had 29 books on it. I have read 14 out of those 29 books. So I have a stack right here of the 15 books I have not read yet. Technically one of them I'm currently reading, so hoping to get this done by the end of October. October started out really well in terms of reading, but I feel like right now when I'm filming this, which is October 23rd, I'm in a bit of a reading slump and I'm just like not enjoying the books that I'm reading, and I feel like I'm much more in an audiobook mood than I am a physical reading mood, so that's kind of throwing a wrench in my plans because I can't always get the audiobooks of the books that I'm reading. So I'm not struggling to get through this one, but definitely not reading it as quickly as I would like. I did refresh my TBR jar. I actually typed up a bunch of prompts, cut them up and put them in here. She's refreshed, so I'm hoping that we'll get some better choices going forward. Just took a bit of a second to see if I could get either one of these on audio because I do want to read one of these this week and hopefully get it off my TBR. I wanted to be able to take one of these out of the running for my November TBR because I'm so in the mood for like a witchy rom-com. I love listening to witchy rom-coms on audio. I feel like the narrators make it so much better, so I ended up picking up this one on audio because it was cheaper, and hopefully we can get this one read too, maybe? I don't know. So we're gonna take this one out of the running for October. And I'm sorry, I have to take this shirt off. As I said, it's October 22nd right now when I'm filming this, but upstate New York is having a heat flash. It's been in the friggin' 80s the last couple days. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, let's not waste any more time and let's just start picking. We're gonna start with our 24 and 2024 TBR. This one always makes me nervous. I think I'm gonna start getting to the point where I unhaul the books that I don't wanna read because I pick up books and I'm like, nope. Okay, this one I can do. I got Shady Hollow, which is this cute little guy right here. This is a cozy mystery where we follow woodland creatures instead of humans. I don't know why I've been so scared to pick this up. It's only 219 pages. So like I should be able to read this relatively quickly, and I'm pretty sure they're up to like 5 books in the series now, but for some reason every time I pick it up I just like don't read it. So we're gonna start with this one on our TBR. That's a good start to this. I was expecting to get Crescent City. I'm just waiting for that one to pop up. I think we might push Crescent City off until 2025. I don't know how many we're gonna pick. I always say I'm gonna pick like 6 and then I end up picking like 8 or 9 or 10, so we're gonna go with it. First one with the new prompts. I'm very excited but also very scared for what is gonna come out of this because I know I put some good prompts and I put some bad prompts in here. Okay, let's see what this one is. Okay, read a book from your current favorite genre. Okay, I feel like right now I'm really into horror just because obviously it is fall and it is the week before Christmas. Christmas? Oh my god. Lily said you're a dumbass. It's October 23rd, so it's the week before Halloween. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna cheat. I'm not gonna pick a book off my fall TBR because I do have this book that I want to read, which is, oh wait, this is for November. I just totally blanked. Oh my god. I was gonna pick Little Strangers by Lee Rivers because this takes place day of Halloween, but okay, scratch that. We're gonna choose a different book. Oh my god. As I was saying, I have really been into horror, obviously fantasy, but I've been reading a lot of fantasy, so I feel like I need a little bit of a break. And I do have one horror book left on my fall TBR. So this is episode 13 by Craig DeLuey. This says, episode 13 brings a terrifying twist to the found footage genre when a reality TV's crew find themselves trapped in a nightmare of their own creation. Fade to Black is the newest hit ghost hunting reality TV show. Led by husband and wife team Matt and Claire Kirkland, it features a dedicated crew of ghost hunting experts. Episode 13 takes them to every ghost hunter's holy grail, the Paranormal Research Foundation. This crumbling, derelict mansion holds secrets and clues about bizarre experiments that took place there in the 1970s. It's also undoubtedly haunted, and Matt hopes to use scientific technique and high-tech gear to prove it. But as the house begins to slowly reveal itself to the crew, proof of an afterlife might not be everything Matt dreamed of. That sounds so good. I am a little scared because this is a bit of a thick book. Oh, there's kind of like mixed media in here. Like this last chapter looks like it's a transcript from the show. So that might be kind of cool and make things go a little bit faster. The book is 433 pages. I'm scared, but also I am so into horror, and Chris won't watch scary movies with me, so I have to either watch them by myself or I can read horror. That's the first pick. Okay, we're doing good. Let's go for our second one. I'm not gonna look. I mean, obviously I don't know what any of these are, but I'm not gonna look. All right, this one is like stuck in my hand. I'm scared. Okay, this is a long one. Oh geez. Okay, choose a series you're in the middle of and read the next book. Thank you, Lord Jesus above. Okay, the only book I have in my fall TBR that is part of a series is The Bullet That Missed, which is the third book in the Thursday Murder Club, and I have been dying to get farther into this series and continue reading from these characters. If you didn't know, this is part of the Thursday Murder Club series, which is basically a cozy mystery series where you follow a group of 4 people that live in a retirement village. They all use like their past careers to solve cold cases or mysteries or murders and stuff. They are a spitfire of a group. I absolutely love this series. It is so cute. It is so cozy. I absolutely love these freaking characters. The first book at least is being turned into a TV show. I don't know about the other 3 books in the series. Actually, I think there's 4 other books. No, there's only 2 other books. And I think there's maybe a 5th coming out soon. I can't wait to watch the show. I hope I'm able to watch it. I know it's like a UK thing, so I don't know if I'll be able to watch it in the States, but very excited for this one. That was a great one. I can't really tell you what that one specifically is about because it might spoil some things because it is the 3rd book in the series, so sorry to be discreet about that one. Let's choose our next one. Okay, this one got stuck between my fingers. Oh my god. Okay. It says, choose a book with your favorite trope, fantasy/romantasy edition. Let's see. I don't really know what like the tropes of all of these are. What's my favorite trope in fantasy romantasy? I don't really think I necessarily have my favorite trope in a romantasy. I'm just gonna read a couple of descriptions and see which one I like. So I have 3 options here from my fall TBR. I have Wren in the Holly Library. I don't really necessarily know what like the trope of this would be. Can you love the dark when you know what it hides? Kind of like making a deal with the devil and then falling in love with the devil. I kind of like that idea because it's like unforbidden love. I also have Sweet Nightmare by Tracy Wolff, which is like dark academia set in like a school for vampires, werewolves, and witches, but like unforbidden love again. And then I have A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen, which is pretty sure like unwanted forced marriage, and she ends up marrying her like husband's dad or something like that, which is kind of like a weird relationship. Oh, I don't know which one I want to read out of the 3 of these. I want to read all of them. I'm just trying to think of like which one would probably read the quickest. Not bad at that. That's how I'm choosing my book. The only thing I'm like debating on is this one because I know it's spicy and your girl has not read some good spice books in quite some time. I'm gonna read the description, like the full description of the 3 of these, and then we'll decide. Or should I read the first like couple pages? I feel like I should read the first couple pages. Let me read the first sentence or paragraph of each book and I will determine it that way. Okay, that one is pretty funny. She's like talking shit about the guy she's married to. Okay, let's try Sweet Nightmare. Of course, these are all books that are first in a series. I'm trying not to start more series because I figured out, oh, this is a paranormal romance. Sorry, girl brain right now. What was I just saying? Oh, I figured out how many series I'm in the middle of and it's like over 50 and I need to stop. All right, here's my thinking. I just opened this to like a blurb about the book and it says Sweet Nightmare is a fast-paced paranormal romance with horror elements set at a school for rogue paranormal. I was just saying that I'm in the mood for horror, so that might be the one we go with. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? My gut is telling me after reading that to do Sweet Nightmares. What was the prompt even? Oh, a book with my favorite trope, romantasy/fantasy edition. So we'll go with Sweet Nightmare by Tracy Wolff. Again, I said this is a school for vampires, werewolves, witches, and dark fae, and it is like a really scary school. The main character's mom is a teacher there. She has to like live at this school, I think, and some weird shit starts happening, and it's a paranormal romance. Interesting. The only thing that scares me, oh, this is a chapter to crave, okay. Why did authors put chapters from another book into one book? I don't get that. So this is 453 pages, which hopefully it is fast-paced like it says, because so we're up to 4 books now. Let's do at least 6 because Sweet Nightmare by Tracy Wolff is a little chunky. I'm gonna pick, oh, this is actually, this one just flew out at me. Let's do this one. She's short. Pick any YA book you want. Okay. I think I only have 1 YA book and I don't know if I'm ready for this kind of commitment. Actually, fuck it, let's do it. It says pick any YA book you want, and the only YA book I know is on here, I'm sure these other ones might qualify as YA, but I don't think so, is An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. I have been hearing nothing but amazing things about this book, and I bought this at an indie bookstore, so it's not like the new cover, and if I like this book enough to continue on with the series, I'm gonna definitely buy the other cover because I like the new ones better than this. But this says, Leia is a slave, Elias is a soldier, neither is free. I'm pretty sure Leia's brother's like arrested. She kind of like goes undercover to spy for something and tries to find him, and then she meets this man who is like the enemy and ends up falling in love with him, I'm sure. and I've heard that this is like nothing but amazing and everybody's talking about it recently. This is a good pick, so glad about that one. Okay, that worked out. All right. But you know what? This also is a thick book. Let's see how many pages this is. Damn, this is 446 pages. I just picked 2 books that are over and or almost 450 pages. Why do I do this to myself? We might only be able to do 6 books. Actually, no, I'll see what I can get on audio, if possible. All right, this is pick number 6. Oh, let's go with this one. This looks like a really long one. This is a really long one. Okay, choose a book you saw one of your favorite booktubers enjoy. Okay, I could do this. Again, another long freaking book. Oh, actually, you know what I can do? The Wren in the Holly Library, because Tori Between Pages read this semi-recently and I think she gave it 5 stars and absolutely loved it. And obviously I was just back and forth between this one. So we're gonna choose the Wren in the Holly Library. This says, some things aren't supposed to exist outside of our imagination. 13 years ago, monsters emerged from the shadows and plunged Kiersey's, I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right, sorry, world into a something war and a near total destruction. The New York City she knew so well collapsed practically overnight. In the wake of that carnage, the monster treaty was created, a truce of sorts. But tonight, Kiersey, a gifted and fearless thief, will break that treaty. She'll enter the Holly Library, not knowing it's the home of a monster. He's charming, quietly alluring, terrifying, but he knows talent when he sees it. It's just a matter of finding her price. Now she's locked into a dangerous bargain with a creature unlike any other. She'll sacrifice her freedom. She'll offer her skills. Together, they'll put their own futures at risk. But he's been playing a game across centuries, and once she joins in, there will be no escape. That sounds pretty damn good. Also, can we just talk about this book for a second? Obviously, the cover is beautiful. The sprayed edges are like iffy to me. I don't think they really match the vibe of the book, but look at this freaking naked hardcover. Like, how beautiful is that? And the end pages are also beautiful. That worked out. I literally was looking at my fall TBR, like I literally have no choices. And then I remembered Tori Between Pages like raving about this book, so very excited for that. So I am gonna add this one book to it, officially, unofficially, which is Only You by Michaela Jean Taylor. The reason why is because this takes place on Thanksgiving. It's just like a second chance romance. This is by an indie author. I actually won this in a giveaway, which I was very excited about. Basically, our main character is in love with her brother's best friend. They haven't seen each other in a while. He shows up to their Thanksgiving and it just goes from there. So I am gonna add this, I think. So we'll add this and then we'll pull one more prompt. How's that sound? So that will bring us to 8 books. I have one more book that I really want to get on my TBR. All right, this will be our last pick potentially. Let's make it a good one. Okay, we got one. You gotta be fucking kidding me. It says read a historical fiction book, and the only 2 historical fiction books I have, I don't really know if Wayward counts as a historical fiction, but I also have The Wolf Den by Elodie Harper, which takes place in Pompeii when like brothels and everything were a thing. Chris and I went to Italy a couple years ago and went to Pompeii, and I thought like the brothel part of it was the coolest thing ever. Not in the way that you think it is, but the fact that those types of things used to exist. And then I watched Game of Thrones where they also have brothels, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say it because I don't think it's gonna be properly, it's not gonna come out the right way, so I'm just not gonna say it. But I'm definitely leaning more towards The Wolf Den just because I'm more interested in it. But again, it's a thick book. What the hell is wrong with me? This is also the first to a series. Why do I keep starting series when I haven't even finished other ones? This book is 457 pages, but I think we're gonna put this one for the historical fiction. Damn. We got a lot of thick books on this TBR. Let me see if any of them are in audiobook, and if they are, I could maybe choose a couple more, so BRB. So some of these have audiobooks, but only to be paid for, and I'm not paying for them when I already spent money on these books. We're just gonna have a pretty hefty reading month for November. The other book I was saying I wanted to add to my TBR is Pet Sematary by Stephen King. Let me see if they have the audiobook for this, because I feel like that one would be better for me on audio. Like the font on this book is so tiny, I don't know how people see it. Oh, okay, so it's a 2-week wait on Libby for the audiobook for this, so I'm gonna do this on audio, but I'm not gonna put it on my official TBR. While I am scared for this month's TBR, there's definitely a lot of books on here that I've been eyeing for quite some time. Once November is over, probably in a weekly vlog or a reset vlog, I'm gonna go through the books that I still have left on my fall TBR. I will determine if I'm gonna keep them or not. Like, I already know, for example, that Small Town Big Magic I'm probably gonna unhaul because I tried to read this on audio last year, couldn't get through it, or just was not in in the mood for it. When I look at it now, I don't want to read it, which means I should just get rid of it. So I'm gonna prop you up. We're gonna put the books up on the shelf and then we will close out this video. So first book we have is Shady Hollow. This was what I pulled for my 24 and 2024 TBR. The next prompt I pulled was a book from a genre I'm loving right now. For that, I chose Episode 13 by Craig DeLuey. The next prompt I pulled was choose a series you're in the middle of and read the next book. So we are going with The Bullet That Missed by Richard Osman. The next prompt I picked was choose your favorite trope, fantasy romantasy edition. So we are doing Sweet Nightmare by Tracy Wolff. The next prompt I pulled was choose a YA book of your choice, and we are going with An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. The next prompt I chose was choose a book that you recently saw one of your favorite YouTubers talking about, and I'm going with The Wren in the Holly Library by K.A. Lindy. The last prompt I pulled was read a historical fiction book, so we are going with The Wolf Den by Elodie Harper. Not sure if I'm saying that right. Lastly, I added on Only You by Michaela Jean Taylor. No prompt, just wanted to add it. And there you have it. That is my TBR for the month of November. Definitely a hefty stack here and definitely some hefty books in this pile, but when I look at these books, I kind of have an array of genres, mostly fantasy in this one, but I feel like fall is all about reading fantasy because it gives all the dark, creepy, cozy vibes. Those words definitely do not go together, but in my mind, they do. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you're reading in the month of November. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel and you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!